everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Not Atypical Real Estate Marketing Show, the show where we explore all things creative in an effort to move real estate marketing forward. My name is Mark.
And I'm Sky.
So we've been away for a while. There's been a bit of a gap between episode 3 and 4. Sorry about that, but we've been extremely busy. There's been a lot going on our side, but we've got some exciting content to share with you today.
Cool. And yeah, we're changing the format of the show a little bit. As opposed to us kind of giving you a long spiel about a specific topic, we've had some questions that have been brought in by our clients and the rest of our team as well. So we decided we'd do a bit of a Q&A session and ask each other some of the most common questions that we received over the last couple of weeks. But first, our South African product. So today we have biltong, which people always ask us, oh, is that like beef jerky? No, it's not like beef jerky. It's a lot more delicious. No offense, but beef jerky is kind of gross. Biltong it's essentially dried meat, and you get it in two kind of main forms. So the first one is droewors, as they would say in Afrikaans, or draaiwors, as Mark calls it, which is essentially just dried sausage. And then you've got your sliced biltong, which is spiced with coriander seed and salt and pepper, and some people are quite precious and have like very specific spices that they put on it. But it's a lot saltier.
It's not as sweet as
and smoked
as jerky, and not as smoky. It's
a good biltong is like quite moist and just delicious. So if you are able to get your hands on some authentic South African biltong wherever you are in the world, I would suggest trying some. And if you're one of our clients, the next time we come to the States, remind us to bring you some.
Yeah, absolutely. It's delicious. Goes well with a cold beer, which I don't have, unfortunately.
While watching a game of rugby.
Tonight, but yeah.
Cool.
So let's move on. What are we talking about today?
So jumping into the first question, have you heard about the iOS update?
I have. It's been around since I was supposed to look up that date. Okay, so it's been around for a while, and I have heard about it. Cool. What is the date?
No, man, just say it's been around for a while.
No, I have to get the date. It looks like we don't know what we're talking about. iOS 14. 26th of July. That was like now.
Yeah, it's been around for a while. Update's been around
24 days ago.
They've been speaking about the update for a long time.
So I'm going to say 26. Sure, I'm not going to say 26. I'm just going to say it's been out since July. We need to start that whole section again. We don't have the momentum. Let's go from, we finished the biltong.
Cool.
And then?
Okay, cool. So diving into our first question, have you heard about the new iOS update?
I have. It's been around for a while.
Cool, yeah. So the iOS update has, been topic of conversation amongst majority of our marketing team. It's been on one of our main topics of discussion with our clients, and it's kind of changed the way that we're able to market on Facebook in particular. We use Facebook quite a bit for our marketing campaigns, so we kind of have had to change our strategies. So my question mark is, how have we had to change our strategies, or how has the iOS update impacted our campaigns, and how have we had to pivot as a result of that?
Yeah, so I think a lot of the conversations are around just trying to actually understand like the technical impact or what actually technically has happened, and then how that impacts us, and then how to kind of, adjust from there. So I thought before we get into how we've dealt with it, just take a step back and actually just summarize exactly what's happened specifically for the sort of Facebook sort of targeting portion of the update. So Apple uses something called the Identifier for Advertisers ID. So the acronym is IDFA. And basically it's an ID that gets sent to any of the social media platforms that allows the platform to create a profile linked to that specific ID that comes from your phone. So it doesn't know who you are exactly. It just creates, it's got the code, and then it builds a profile linked to that code based on your specific patterns and behavior and what you like to buy and the things you're interested in, and all of that kind of stuff. So as advertisers, what we've been able to do is use that information to build targeted campaigns for people who are more inclined to engage with our product or service based on that profile that's been built using that ID. So with the iOS update, they're now giving people the option to opt out, or specifically they have to opt in. So by default it would be off, and they have to specifically opt in to allow the platforms to use that ID. And most people, as you can imagine, are opting out.
Yeah.
So Facebook or all platforms don't have that information coming from the Apple device anymore to be able to build that profile linked to the ID. So they still obviously have a lot of information about your actual profile on their platform that can be used to build targeted audiences. It's just not in depth and as detailed as it was before. It's still coming from some people, but it's not as much. So over time, the ability to build targeted audiences using those social media platforms is going to become sort of more constrained, and there's going to be less information, but you can certainly still do it. So a couple of the things that we're doing to sort of work around this is using first-party data as opposed to third-party data. What that means is we're using our own databases and our clients' sort of contact lists and databases to load into these platforms to run targeted campaigns. It's very important that we're segmenting those lists before we're loading them in to make sure that the campaigns are very targeted. So that's a really cool way to continue to serve very targeted content to very specific people, just using your own data instead of, or your own database instead of from the platform. Another thing that we're focusing on quite heavily is intent-based campaigns. So what that means is that people are actually actively looking for a specific solution or a product that one of our products might be offering, and we're tapping into them at that stage. So when they're going onto the search engines and looking for that specific product or service, we're building campaigns around that, so intent-based. And then we have certainly started sort of doubling down on SEO with all of our clients. So
and that organic discoverability.
Yeah, so making sure that the sort of long-term discoverability of their products, their brand is discoverable through those search engines. So those are some of the things that we're doing in response to the iOS update.
Nice.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, I knew all of that, but yes, nice for the people.
Okay, so the next thing that we've been talking about quite a lot over the last couple of months is TikTok. So so a lot of our clients as real estate companies are asking us, should we be on TikTok? Is it just for millennials doing dance challenges? So Sky, should real estate companies be on TikTok?
Yes, 100% yes. I think the biggest misconception around TikTok is that it's for young people. It's kind of just dance challenges. Brands are not really using it.
That's why we didn't go on it for so long.
That is why we didn't go on it for so long.
Because I can't dance.
Atypical has been experimenting. If you are interested, give us a follow. I'm seriously hoping to go viral and maybe quit my day job. Just kidding.
Good luck.
But yeah, so yes, I do think that commercial real estate could be using it. The biggest difference though is I think that you need to know that you're not using it in the same way that you've used social media before. So TikTok at its core is a very entertaining platform, and the point of it is that the content that's created on there is normal people, and it's relatable and authentic, and it's helping brands build a lot more trust and a bit more of a brand personality than they ever have before. It's not like Instagram where everything is a bit of a highlight reel and it's perfectly edited and perfectly crafted. I think the point of TikTok and the reason why people are enjoying it so much is that you can kind of afford to make a mistake, and anyone can go viral and anyone can respond to a challenge and anybody can kind of make it their own.
You can't be too precious about your brand. And
exactly. Exactly. And I think it's kind of allowing people to have freedom with your brand and interpret kind of your message the way that they identify with, which is quite a lot of fun. So on the commercial real estate side, I think that there's two kind of audiences that could really be using it immediately a lot more effectively. And the first is brokers. I think it's a great platform for brokers to build a bit of a brand personality and a bit of a following. We're seeing quite a bit on the residential side. Brokers are literally using TikTok to buy to sell and lease homes straight off the platform, which is incredible. So on the commercial side, using the app to showcase tips and tricks or showcase vacant spaces, creating educational content for your audience around things like how to negotiate a lease or how to research top retail trends or top locations for your retail store. There's so much that you can do and respond to on the app as a broker to kind of build your personal brand. And then the second one, which I think people don't realize, is kind of shopping centers. So property marketers or property managers of shopping centers using the app to build a bit of a personality around your center and showcase what your center has to offer. Great opportunity to connect with local influencers or local content creators on the app, getting them to contribute to branded hashtag challenges or doing dances in a communal space within your center to really help drive traffic and kind of push people to your space. I think it's just a lot of fun. I think the point of it is to acknowledge that culture is literally being made on TikTok daily. So it's about finding a unique way for your brand to contribute to those cultural conversations and those cultural trends.
And I think like brands are always looking for a way to sort of show their personality and get people to experience their culture. And I think a lot of the other platforms it's quite difficult to do that. And TikTok really gives you the ability. I mean, we've seen it. Since we've started using the platform, we've had clients actually sort of comment and on the videos and on our and that is a lot of what makes atypical is because of our personality and the way we are with each other and the office, the vibe around the office. So being able to use a platform and actually tell that story is awesome. Is really cool.
And people buy from people. So showcasing that personality behind your brand is so vital, and TikTok is just the perfect platform for that.
Definitely.
And I mean, obviously TikTok for Business is a real thing. You can create actual ads and sponsored content on the platform as well. They have a great sort of resource on all the different case studies on businesses that have done exactly that. But one of the case studies that we really love is a content, I don't even think she's an influencer, or maybe she was an influencer, but not sort of massive, who used EOS shaving cream in her own way and was kind of telling her audience about why she loves it. And it completely blew up to the point where EOS have created an entire product and marketing campaign around this shaving cream as a result of this girl's comments and in her video. So let's take a look at the video, and then we've got the case study linked below. Maybe it'll inspire you, or maybe it'll just entertain you, but it's a great read.
For my my people with female parts out there, I'm about to tell you the secret for how to bless your fucking cooch. You need this shit. It is an absolute blessing, and you can dry shave with this. That's fucking saying something. I use the fat ass Venus Gillette razors. I obviously cannot show my cooch on camera, so pretend this is it, right? You're gonna take this, hopefully in the shower. If you're not, fuck it, it still works. You're gonna put that all there. Then listen to this fucking part. You're gonna go down first, then you're gonna go sideways on half of it this way, sideways on half of it this way, and then you go up. I swear by it. Whatever you fucking do not use this shit. It'll make you smell like shit after a couple days because it throws off your pH balance. Don't fucking do it. And now you have a smooth ass hoo-ha. You're welcome.
Cool. So have a look, and don't forget to follow Atypical on TikTok, and maybe challenge us to something. Be fun.
Yeah. Okay. So last question.
It's my question for you now.
It's your question.
Cool. So at Atypical, we put quite a lot of emphasis on learning and the concept of sharing knowledge. If you know Mark and I, you know that we're big readers. We're always kind of referencing things that we've read in a book. So Mark, reading anything good?
I actually have just finished a book called Alchemy, which is by Rory Sutherland. He's one of the VPs at Ogilvy in the UK.
Amazing man.
I mean, if you've watched any of his other stuff, you'll know he's got a great sense of humor, and that definitely comes across in this book. It's pretty easy reading, but lots of sort of great sort of humorous stories. I love his style of writing because it's very sort of bite-sized. I battle with like long paragraphs and long chapters, so his stuff is very sort of easy to digest. So one of the concepts that he speaks about in the book, I mean, the book basically is about non-sort of rational ways of getting people to adopt something or buy into something. So it's looking at things that shouldn't make sense, but actually do make sense once you...
The alchemy, the magic behind it.
The magic. So one of the concepts that sort of stuck with me was the story of don't forget to scent the soap. So you can tell people as much as you like why they should be using soap from a hygiene point of view, but they're actually going to end up using it just because it smells good and it's scented with vanilla or whatever it is. So when we're looking at campaigns or sort of concepts for our clients, we are now sort of trying to put that mindset of not forgetting to scent the soap, and not always just going with the most obvious sort of text or creative, but trying to dig a bit deeper and really understand the why behind somebody would use something or adopt it or sort of engage, and looking for that scent in the soap. So it's a great read, and definitely check it out.
Cool. Yeah, I think companies are far too quick to kind of throw out all the facts about what makes them different or what makes them the leader in. And they forget about actually just trying to get into the mindset of the people that they're trying to sell to, and kind of what makes that person tick.
Absolutely.
And what's going to make them purchase at the end of the day.
So finally, we as an agency are always, like you said, learning, and part of that learning is exploring new products and better ways of sort of efficiency. So Sky, any cool new products or anything that you've noticed recently that we can tell everyone about?
Cool. So one of the products that we've been playing around with and using a lot more over the last couple of months has been Manychat, and that's kind of sparked off of Facebook Marketplace, and I'll get to it. But I think Facebook Marketplace has become so popular within the last couple of months because it has that kind of instant gratification that people are craving, the ability to scroll through a product, find something at a reasonable price, and be able to immediately kind of contact and converse with the seller of the product. Manychat is an amazing platform because it essentially allows brands to do just that. So it's a chatbot tool that allows you to create automated two-way interactions that get delivered on Facebook Messenger or Instagram or text or SMS. So what it essentially allows you to do is generate a QR code or a button or a hyperlink that you can deliver through social media or paid media campaign, email, or even QR code kind of printed and distributed throughout your centers, which people can then scan, and it automates, kind of opens up Facebook Messenger, which has an automated chat that you've created and set up and have complete control over. You can generate information from the potential prospect and then connect them to a real human that can continue to converse with them. So I think from a client perspective, it's significantly shortening that buyer journey and allowing brands to kind of instantly connect with people. It's satisfying that need for instant gratification, but also kind of creating a more personal interaction with prospects as well. You know, when people are looking for a retail space, for example, it's amazing to be able to figure out that information that you need right off the bat. You don't necessarily have to phone someone. You can kind of go through the motions through the automation and then speak to someone if you really want to, which I think is really nice.
Yeah.
We're having a lot of fun with the platform. It's proving to be pretty successful on a lead generation side for us. And a new feature that they've recently introduced, which we're quite excited about, is the ability to create automated messages in people's DMs through when they've commented on your posts on Facebook or Instagram.
And you can pick up specific keywords. It doesn't have to be every comment. You can pick up keywords and then only automate or only send a response if they pick up those keywords.
Yeah, so things like, I'm interested in the space, or how much does the space cost, or is it still available, things like that. So pretty exciting. We've been playing around with it for months. It's something that, you know, if you're keen to explore, let us know.
Yeah. Cool. So that is pretty much it for today. Thanks again for joining us for episode 4, and we will definitely be back very soon with the next episode. Send questions if there's anything specific you want us to cover. Check out our TikTok.
Yeah. Make me famous, people.
Yeah. Good luck. Cool. That's it for today. Thanks, everyone. Cheers.
Cheers. My Manychat was a bit fluffy.
It was.